Hi, my name's Hayley Quinn, and I am a believer in real love, the kind where you feel sexy, awesome, confident, and powerful in everything you do. So today I'm going to be answering a really interesting question I'm sure you're going to come across a lot, which is when you're messaging a girl and she says, in more or less words, that she doesn't have time to see you over the coming weeks. And you're there thinking, how busy is this girl? Like, does she really have a hectic work schedule for the next fortnight? Or am I just not that important to her? Is she faking it when she's saying that maybe we can fix something up when I come back from holiday because she can't possibly be honest about what she's feeling? And how in the world do I get her on a date? Okay, so what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start at the start, which is to give you some reasoning as to why women are communicating with you in this way, and then how we can solve this in just one simple message. And actually, get this, the answer is a lot simpler than what you might think. The problem is what you've been told by loads of, I would say, really bad dating advice in the past is that actually there's all these like complicated mechanisms that will make her attracted to you. In fact, it hasn't got anything to do with that. I believe powerfully that actually by taking ownership of who you are, by becoming a better communicator, you know what, that's what women want, and they're going to start to really respond to this. So we just need to build your empathy and understanding for women, and then give you some communication skills to actually verbalize what you're thinking and feeling. If we do these 2 points, you are going to be so set. Okay, so why is she giving you a whole bunch of maybe? Like, you know the messages, they're like, maybe I should be more free in like a couple of weeks, or I've got this really hectic work project at the moment, but let's chat again soon, or I'm just coming back from holiday, I'm off on holiday, let's talk again another time. Okay, we've all done that, I've done that, and we know the reasons why. So why is she giving you a bunch of maybes, and why is it bad? Okay, a maybe is bad because it's, at least if she says, no, I'm not that attracted to you, or no, I don't see you in that way, or no, I've got an existing relationship, or no, I just don't feel that that's that connection between us, at least then you know where you stand. In maybe land, it's like, what's everybody thinking and feeling? So of course, by the way, if you're a woman and watching this, I am encouraging you to be straight with these guys out here because they are getting confused and they don't know what's going on. The problem is, as women, we've been told, and I really dislike this, from young girls, that if we're honest, then we're bossy or we're being mean. So instead, a woman's communication style, she's she's not trying to mess you around. She's trying to not hurt your feelings. She's trying not to be a bitch. She's trying to be kind towards you. Unfortunately, the communication is getting blurred. So she thinks, and you know, I don't know how busy she is. She might be more or less busy, but the problem is here, she doesn't desire you enough. There's not that incentive to really see you. Honestly, like, I'm a busy woman, genuinely. And if I want to see a guy, I have been known to cross oceans, to go sleepless nights, everything. So it's never a question that she's too busy. It's that there isn't enough desire there to quite give her that impetus to meet you straight away. And it's very natural. Maybe you just had a short conversation at a bar, or you met online. She doesn't know much about you yet, so she doesn't feel that invested in going to see you. In the meantime, her WhatsApp is going crazy with her friends saying, let's hang out or do this stuff. She's got a big work deadline. So you fall to the bottom of the pile, and she thinks the kindest thing to do is to communicate that, is because it's not that she dislikes you or that she's completely closed to ever seeing you. It's just that in this moment today, like, the desire isn't there for her to want to go out and actually spend time with you. And because she's prone to being polite and kind and caring in her communication, she says something that's a bit vague and wishy-washy. And then you're on the other end of the phone going, I don't know what's going on with this girl. Right, so how do we solve this? So here's the thing that we have to recognize. Generally, I would say desire overcomes logistics. So that means if she wants you enough, she'll make an effort. So the question here is that she doesn't know that she likes you enough to make a concrete decision to see you where you get bumped up the priority list. Now, how do we bump you up the priority list? I think the true way actually is to be very direct and very masculine here. Because the problem is, if she's like, oh, you know, I've got all this stuff to do, and you're like, oh, okay then, there's not really that which is going to create the attraction, which is going to make her want to see you more. Instead, you've actually shuffled yourself further down the pile. I would say something that's very upfront and that also gives yourself the appropriate amount of self-respect, because hang on a second, where's your self-esteem at? You need to be able to stand up for yourself a bit here and say, hang on, I deserve to be higher up that pile. I would say something like, look, I know we're all busy, but I don't want you just to be that girl I met from Happen or Tinder. Or I don't want you to just be the girl I met in the bar. And if we don't see each other in a week, it will never happen. So let me know when you're free. Also, meet me for a drink tomorrow. Or take a chance. I think we should meet for a drink tomorrow. If you don't like me, we can call it quits after 30 minutes. But at least then we know. Try to be so direct about it. Say, look, I think we should meet before you go on holiday, because if we leave it, we never will. So I think we should go get a drink tomorrow. Or, hey, I get that you're super busy with work, as am I. I still think we should meet. Let's get a drink for 1 hour after you finish work tomorrow. And often if you say that and you say, hey, basically, everyone here is busy. I still think we should meet because I think we could have a good connection. And honestly, I know that you're trying to fob me off here, and I want that airtime. Now, if you say that in a way that also states a really clear plan about what you want to do, she's going to read that and she's going to go, okay, this guy's got some self-esteem. He's got some chops. He's actually willing to not just accept everything that I say. He's also being very masculine and assertive in laying out a plan that we can now follow to get to know one another better. This means that because you've communicated with her so powerfully, that she feels more drawn to your company and she feels more assured that the date is going to be good if you go on it. So this will incentivize her to then go over to your side of the page and say, yeah, okay, I'll meet you for a drink tomorrow. Now, don't ever be afraid. If after that she's still like, you're not getting anywhere, just leave it. But in a lot of cases, maybe 90%, this is going to solve things for you and you're going to be able to get on that date just from really having the cojones to respect what you want and stand up for yourself and acknowledge what's really going on in the situation. So as you can see, I spent a lot of time thinking about why men and women and women and women and men, I go, it's not working. It's like they miss each other. I also don't believe in anyone lying or manipulating anyone else. I think that the way forward here is to become more empathetic, to understand one another better and improve your communication skills. If you want to know more about this, get this. I've got an amazing free gift that I'm going to give you access to. And that's really because, you know what, if you're sat there on the other end of the phone, it does not need to be this way. So I'm going to give you a free video course from one of my courses called Inside Her Mind, which is going to tell you about things like what's she doing if she's giving you a maybe, how to not be in the friend zone, what to do if when you're communicating with her, she cancels on you last minute. If you want to be able to solve this and know the exact words that you need to say to her and how to phrase it, through understanding women better, you need to watch this. And it's all for free. You just need to go to hayleyquinn.com/hermind. That's HERMIND. And the promised land of actual answers awaits you. I'm going to be really honest with you, and I'm going to do it in a way which doesn't disempower women. It's actually in favor of men and women being more real with one another and actually communicating better and forming the relationships that we all want. So if that sounds good to you, go to hayleyquinn.com/hermind, and I will see you guys on the other side.